Mr. Speaker, I now take you to how these resources will be allocated in the year 2025. Mr. Speaker, we will provide a cedi equivalent of $279 million as a revolving fund for the Ghana Gold Board to be able to purchase and export at least 3 tons of gold per week from small-scale miners. Mr. Speaker,
I'm looking at it in time, and it is happening, and it was so unique. But one important thing in time that I saw 2 branches in that specific angle. It's 2 branches. The president will sit down in the office. He will have 2 opportunities in hand. He will choose the other one, the opposing figure. Once he chooses the opposing figure, the trend of the 2-year timeline for us to exceed into success will break. Once that timeline is broken, in 2028.
Mr. Speaker, we have also allocated an amount of 1.5 billion Ghana cedis for agriculture for economic transformational program, of which Feed Ghana, Ghana Grains Development Project, Vegetable Development Project, and Nkoko Nketenkete are all key components of the program. Right, Honorable Speaker, we have also allocated
in these 2 things. He has to choose whether to present the money into the Agric industry, into the farming protocols, and secure that one. Or he has to present the money into gold. The president will present the money for gold in the first branch of time I am seeing. And once the money hits into that and his investment in the foundation, it will look beautiful in the beginning. The next thing you will see in news is $246 billion.
Ashe
into oblivion.
Mpenimfo say asem kese ba eya na franka ensi so. After say finance minister or the year 2025 budget no betu dwa no. Ensem bebre na ahya ase a eba na enumu na ofifi wani hwe budget no allocation no mechire akoma bosika no. Sika wetwa ama sectors no. Na chese Ghana for dodo na ka se anhwe a asem beba debi. Sa okai se prophet Telvin Ajesowa edibetu dwana saying say omampani ebenya 2 options. Say odi Ghana sika ebewura Agric mu ana say odi bewura gold mu na odi sika no ra gold mu a anhwa asem ebesi no omampani bedi ni dok no kwa. Na he was specific echire mu say in the 3rd year of omampani John Dramani Mahama na membu no ena sa asem we besi ebusuafo nanu ya finance minister di budget ni betu dwa no wo hwe budget sika aban etwa to ho e de ama gold board no eye $279 million tienie $279 million ena omampani anase aban etwa e de ato ho ama gold board na wo hwe sika aban twa ma agric sector na eye 1.5 billion Ghana cedis. Na chese o converting sika buying edi ekora gold numu to the odira agric numu o hwema ase agric de no be emprensa ansa na to eye the aban edira gold numu no. Na prophet Telvin Ajesowa eka say in the 3rd year of omampani John Dramani Mahama na memuomu ena sasem we besi na esia ebema tese eniema bebrebesi amade ensese ono ena obedi akonya ewo 2028 no ono ne ebeba belidi ebusuafo wode ye ntie senior finance minister edi nsem no tudwa ewo parliament ye wia ya ba betie senior odifo Telvin Sowa ehye nkom no ewo Accra FM so wabro ni kwakusampa etwetwe nkomo ye ntie.
Mr. Speaker, I now take you to how these resources will be allocated in the year 2025. Mr. Speaker, we will provide a cedi equivalent of $279 million as a revolving fund for the Ghana Gold Board to be able to purchase and export at least 3 tons of gold per week from small-scale miners. Mr. Speaker, we have also allocated an amount of 1.5 billion Ghana cedis for agriculture for economic transformational program, of which Feed Ghana, Ghana Grains Development Project, Vegetable Development Project, and Nkoko Nketenkete are all key components of the program. Right, Honorable Speaker, we have also allocated.
Afeswate. When who sika buying a cha or the gold board numu. So what be? So what should be? And who sika so a buying edira a Agric sector no say no swati. Afeyentie senior Prophet Telvin Ajeso wa eka nsem no. Abusuafo hwe asem kese e ba Frank ensi so minim say ye ken enipa beba bedi atem but esia na enipa beka say odifo bi kan. Udi yentie senior owura eye Prophet Telvin Ajeso or the two jano. Me so subscribe to Kweku Sampa TV. Aya share link nenso ma other people na eha na nkomo na nkasa ewo. Yentie.
Go forward with regards to the economy. Economy no goes downside, but one thing I always say is be patient. Be patient.
Okay.
Because once the economy goes downside, we need to be patient. Once you have the patience, within the 2 years interval, there will be an elevation. Once the elevation starts, me who say you starting developments, and I'm not talking about Greater Accra development. I'm talking about nationwide development.
Okay.
Infrastructure, hospitals, different kinds of setup. 3rd year in office, all those things will begin to happen, and it will begin to happen very fast, and it looks so impossible. They will begin to build things that are so mega beyond your wildest imagination. And it was so amazing. I'm looking at it in time, and it is happening, and it was so unique. But one important thing in time that I saw 2 branches in that specific angle. It's 2 branches. The president will sit down in the office. He will have 2 opportunities in hand. He will choose the other one, the opposing figure. Once he chooses the opposing figure, the trend of the 2-year timeline for us to exceed into success will break. Once that timeline is broken, in 2028, it will be a different story altogether. That does not mean M people win the election. That's a different story.
If you had the Oba, Mount Casasa now, see, President, there will be 2 major decisions I also taking.
Yes.
One, the
first major decision is about the economies. 2 things they will place before him.
Okay.
He has to choose within these 2 things. He has to choose whether to present the money into the Agric industry, into the farming protocols, and secure that one. Or he has to present the money into gold. The president will present the money for gold in the first branch of time I am seeing. And once the money hits into that and his investment in the foundation, it will look beautiful in the beginning. The next thing you will see in news is $246 billion.
Ashe.
Into oblivion.
And what will happen after that?
Sorry, 243. Sorry, 243. 243. I want to be specific on the number. $243
billion.
Remember that number. 243. Yes, not 6. 243. Specific.
When so the figure account says no country about me, I say 37. Me share chat to the name, Mr. $243 billion.
Yes.
A million, a billion.
Oh, a billion.
And how are we going to welcome this news as a country in timeline?
Exactly. That is what I was saying. Say it will create a lot of problems for the next step of election 2024. It will be very different.
2028.
2028, sorry. It will create a different story altogether for us. The whole angle and the whole thing, because the thing cannot be explained because it was through one man. They will temper. The person is sitting down trying to make the government better. Somebody is playing a different game altogether behind. And that's the first problem. Now, what I will say, to save us from this branch of time, we have to put the money on the Agric.
Okay.
On the agriculture, yes.
I
don't know the agriculture minister, so if somebody says that to me and Obisa say, maybe on the Agric minister is your pescamana, I don't know him. He doesn't know me. I'm telling him he doesn't know me. I don't know him. We don't know each other.
Honorable Eric Opoku,
Because of this prophecy, Christ shouldn't. If he wants to know me, shouldn't try to know me.
Okay.
Yeah, you should stay away from me. Absolutely.
I see. Oh, can I say close to? If I say 2027, I call 2028. No.
Yes.
I on my penny third year. No. Construction near the development because send it a normal with government or seeking for re-election. At the end, my way, some development way are unique and so different from other ones now are witnessing.
Because it will be very different. It will be very, very, very different. Roads, bridges, very different. International standard. Not normal, ordinary things. They are very different. Once you see it coming, you know this one is not the ordinary NDC, MPP kind of development. This is different story. Very unique, very special, very different. And it affected the whole country from the top to the down. And then in these 4 years, the Dumso problem, they will change it. And they will solve a situation. I saw that they were fixing new meters because there's something that will go on in the ECG, electronic company. One will fall, one will rise. Then it will divide into two. Electricity company right, electricity company left. Two electricity companies running the country.
Say no put your man can say on be privatize no and I
don't watch, I don't follow those news. Once I'm sitting there, anything I don't know.
ECG mienu.
Yes.
Nakuja. Inti ome running is saying ani na ye state owned and I say Obina air running for so
it will be two sector running, like two angle of operation. I say a blend of two different companies dealing with electricity. And then you will be given the option of which one to take. And it will be two angles of electricity companies that will be running the country. That one will just solve that is why I told you that I saw news being posted. And I give you the date.
Yeah, okay, August.
Yes.
I think 24th of August or so.
And I told you, say, it will be stated clearly that for about 1 year and more, there was never light out. Doomsaw was never a possibility. Not Doomsaw. If it was a virus, it has been cured entirely. The reason why I'm telling you this is because the future is very clear. Something is going to happen so that in 2032 there will be new things. Because as you always ask me, on mine a be year.
Yes, I keep asking, but
yeah. On mine a baba be yes, that's what is going to happen. It's going to change, and there are branches in time that has to be fully adjusted, and that is what will happen. Now, once the gold is taken, there is not much we can do to bend time. It is established.
Enti onfesi kano ensha Agric mu na onjai gold in sem no.
No, yes, you should leave the gold aside and focus there because there will be big disappearance of money. And once it disappears, they have to account for it. Once they will account for it, they will fracture the whole timeline. If they fracture the whole timeline, the anomaly will happen. If an anomaly happens is in time, this is what happens if an anomaly happens. You will have someone else being president who is not supposed to be president. And then the time is fractured.
Why never be president and say or no president? So
it's not MPP government still. That's not
within NDC.
Yes.
2028.
Yes.
I see. It is a gold no asem ne scandal no ever say gold scandal ni sia.
Yes.
Ebema kwaya mani pafoforo.
Yes.
Anka ense say ono na be president.
Then he comes to take over.
Next say 2028 no omampani mama besa akobium.
Me see that's the future I want you to live for now. I don't want to talk about that because Now Kuja was talking about it, asked me the same question, and I left it. I don't want to continue that one, but then I want one branch of time. The key now there are two prophecies, no, to unlock in March. Then I can break that one for you.
Say all cobium and not so cobium, no.
Yes, because I have to stand on one evidence to show you something. Yes. So
What are you expecting in March?
It is something very unique and special. Once I come, I don't have a chance to let it out, but once I come and sit here, I'll tell you, March is coming.